Hello friends, welcome to Tutorialspoint. In this session, we'll discuss SAP WM organization structure and mapping of IM and WM. So the agenda of session is organization level of IM mapped to WM, definition of organization levels like plant, storage location, warehouse number, then assignment of warehouse number to plant and storage location, then control parameters for warehouse number, then number range for warehouse related documents. Let's start with organization level of IM mapped to WM. Suppose you are running an organization, so you can map the organization structure in SAP as shown. At top you have company code, then you have plant, then you have storage location, then you have warehouse number. If you are storing your material at storage location, you can say that your storage is inventory managed, and if you are storing at warehouse, you can say that your storage is warehouse managed. So let's discuss the definition of organization levels. First is the company code. You can regard your business unit as company code and it has its own profit, loss and balance statement. Then you have plant. Plant is an organizational unit in which procurement activities take place. Then you have storage location where actually stock is kept physically. Then you have warehouse number. In warehouse number is defined for the physical warehouse in which all the warehouse operation take place and stock will be kept over there. Then you have assignment of warehouse number to plant and storage location. Suppose your organization structure is still storage location and you want to extend it to warehouse. So you need to assign warehouse number to storage location and plant. So this will be doing in hands-on. Then you have control parameters for warehouse number. Unit of measure, blocking logic and message control are regarded as control parameters. Then you have number range for warehouse related documents. Warehouse will be identified by a number that comes from a number range. So this will be doing in system. So let's do all these functions practically. If you are not using warehouse management, your structure starts with company code. Then company code is mapped to plant and then plant are mapped to storage location. So storage location is the lowest level of inventory management. Now, when you see that your material is stored properly in structured form or your material is warehouse managed, organization structure starts with defining warehouse number. That comes after storage location. So, warehouse comes one level down to storage location. Now, first organization structure in warehouse is warehouse number. So, to define organization structure, you need to go to display IMG page. So enter transaction SPRO in command field. Now select SAP reference IMG. This will navigate you to display IMG page. Now first organization structure is warehouse number. To define warehouse number, go to enterprise structure. Select definition. Select logistics execution. Now select define copy delete check warehouse number. Now select warehouse number. This will navigate you to define warehouse number screen. To make a new entry of your warehouse, select new entries icon. Here you need to enter your warehouse number and its description. So I am entering test data here. Once you enter your warehouse and its description, click on save. A customizing request pop-up will appear. All changes that are made are saved in this request number so that on a later stage they can be dragged. So click OK on customizing request pop-up. Your warehouse number is now defined. Once your warehouse number is defined, you need to assign it to plant or storage location to map it to inventory management. To assign warehouse number to plant and storage location, go to enterprise structure. Go to Enterprise Structure. Now select Assignment. And now select Logistics Execution. Now select Assign Warehouse Number to Plant Storage Location. To make a new entry, click on New Entries icon. Here, you need to enter your plant, storage location and your warehouse number. So, I am entering test data here. Now press enter. Now, once you make an entry of your warehouse and plant, click on Save. Click OK on Customizing Request pop-up. Your warehouse number is now mapped to plant and storage location. Now, once your warehouse number is defined, we will define control parameters for warehouse number like its unit of measure, its blocking logic and message control. To define control parameters of warehouse, you need to go to logistics execution. Now select warehouse management. Now select master data. Now select define control parameters for warehouse number. This will navigate you to warehouse number control screen. Here you need to search for your warehouse number. So click on position. Enter your warehouse number. Now select your warehouse number. This will navigate you to next screen. Here you need to enter your weight unit for warehouse. First default unit of measure. Second default unit of measure. Now in blocking logic you need to define whether this warehouse number needs to be blocked for certain reasons. Here in multiple processing you need to define whether partial picking is allowed for warehouse or not. In notification messages, you need to define whether for capacity check you need to give an error or warning. And in control data management, you need to define whether storage unit management is active or not. This we will be discussing on a later stage. So, I am entering test data here. I am entering weight unit as kg for my warehouse. First unit default unit of measure as L, which stands for unit of measure only, that is weight unit kg. Second default unit of measure I am defining as issue unit, that is A. In blocking logic you have various options like whether you want to block material exclusively per warehouse number during transfer order generation, or you want to block it per storage bin, or you want to block it for maximum level of parallel processing. So I'll select B. Now in capacity check you have options like whether you want to give a error or warning or no notification. So I'll give as error on capacity check. I'll tick storage unit management active as yes. Now once your control parameters are defined, click on save. Click OK on customizing request pop-up. Your warehouse number control parameters are defined. So as we define warehouse number, So every warehouse is identified by a number that comes from a number range. In similar way, other related documents of warehouse are identified by a number. So we'll be defining number range for warehouse related documents. So to define number range, go to logistics execution. Now select warehouse management. Select master data. Now select define number range. Now click on assignment number ranges. This will navigate you to number range for warehouse management screen. Here you need to search for your warehouse number. So select position. Enter your warehouse number. So for warehouse number, your related documents can be transfer order, transfer requirement, quant, posting change notice, which we will be discussing in later stage. So we'll just define number range for that. So I'll define number range for quant as 0, 1. That is the start number range. For transfer order as 0, 1 only. For transfer requirement 0, 1. Posting change notice 0, 1. For group it is 0, 1. For storage unit it is 0, 1. Now press enter. Once your number range is defined, click on save. Click OK on customizing request pop-up. Your number range for warehouse is defined. So in this session we learned how to define warehouse number, how to define control parameters of warehouse and number range for warehouse management. And in next session we'll be seeing lower levels of warehouse like storage type, storage section and storage bin.